to the Bank of America Countdown to Green as we get set to go racing.
Just 3 races remain in the 2005 NEXTEL Cup season, and today the chase for the championship comes to Texas. For the first time, fans here have a second chance to see the stars of NASCAR right in the heart of Texas and right in the heart of the chase. They know the championship is on the line, and they have come to root for their favorite driver, those in the chase and those that would like to be. The countdown is at 3, and the Lone Star State is ready to toast the next star at Texas. It started with a field of 43, hopefuls of being a champion, and champions that were hopeful.
Chip Gordon is the 2005 Daytona 500 champion.
But race by race, one by one, the field of contenders was trimmed to 10, and it did not include the 8.
Oh, trouble Junior hard in the inside wall.
The end of October brought the end of a dream for 3 championship chasers.
We're going to be strong and hold our heads high. Hurt Bush.
Heavy damage to his car.
It's just hard to believe we came all year long with no problems. And right to the end, it's just 3 in a row.
Just 3 races remain, and the Magnificent 7 are still standing. Now the chase comes to Texas for a shootout in Fort Worth. And with all that gunfire, you better be able to get through the smoke. Today, some of the challengers will run out of ammunition, while others will ride off into the sunset, still chasing the championship. Soon, only one man will be left standing. So the question now is, who will be the lone star in Texas today? Good job. NBC Sports presents NASCAR. Today, the chase for the NEXTEL Cup comes to the Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth, Texas. It is a magnificent November Sunday afternoon in Texas. We're about 30 minutes west of the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, and the NBC Race family happy to welcome you to race number 8 in the chase for the NEXTEL Cup. This is the Bank of America Countdown to Green. I'm Bill Weber. Today, a very fast mile-and-a-half track that likes to make you earn the win. Tony Stewart continues to lead the championship race, and when you take a look at the point standings, you can see that no one will win the title today, but someone could see it slip away. Third place Greg Biffle won here in the spring. Carl Edwards and Ryan Newman are tied for 4th. Mark Martin and Matt Kenseth need a strong finish to keep their championship hopes alive. The most points a driver can make up in one race, 156. Let's start at the top, and here's Alan Bestwick.
With championship leader Tony Stewart, who seemed pretty okay with a 9th place finish in Atlanta last Sunday. What will make you feel good about your finish today, Tony?
Finishing ahead of the other 9 guys in the chase. So, we're getting to the point in the season now to where, a win's not as important as just beating the guys that we're racing for the championship with. So, I'd love to win the race today. I think that if we can do that, we don't have to worry about anybody being ahead of us.
What's the challenge this racetrack presents for you this afternoon?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't hear much about the win yesterday, but I know in practice the win was a pretty big issue for a lot of us. So, we just got to do what we normally do and just, work on the car. This is the same car I won the Brickyard with, so it's an awesome car that I like that is always very responsive to change. So we'll just, work on it all day long and hopefully win the race.
We'll keep an eye on you. Tony starts 16th. We go to Matt Yoakum.
And the guy chasing the 20 team is Jimmy Johnson and his 48 team. Now they have 2 wins in the chase, but how tricky is this race going to be? Because it will end in darkness.
Yeah, I think it's an unknown for everybody right now, but the way we saw qualifying and what went on through that as the evening came on and the track cooled down, speeds picked up, track changed a little bit, so I definitely think that everybody in happy hour set their cars up to maybe be a little looser at the start and then have some adjustment built into it for the end. So I hope I have it all figured out. We'll find out before long, but I think it is going to change throughout the night.
His last win came at the Lowe's Motor Speed with a sister track to here at Texas. Today, Burns.
Carl Edwards' task is a little bit tougher than Jimmy Johnson's, 107 points out of the championship lead. But that little feat at Atlanta last week, well, that helped his chances.
Sweeps have become in fashion here in the NEXTEL Cup Series, and Carl Edwards sweeps at Atlanta.
Way to do it, buddy! Woo!
Now, if Carl doesn't repeat his performance this weekend at Texas, it could be a little bit tough for him to make that championship run, Carl. So what about you? Qualified 30th.
Yeah, the qualifying was not very great for Office Depot team, but we feel like we can repeat last week's performance. I mean, the car is unbelievable in race trim. The only question is how dark and how cool it's going to be at the end of this race, and hopefully it'll be all right. But right now, really, we're just going to dedicate this run to John Reiser, who's our team manager at the Busch shop. He's feeling a little under the weather, so we're thinking about him today, and we're going to try to win this thing.
All right, we go to Marty Snyder.
Well, Dave, it was an eventful Friday for Ryan Newman, who qualified on the pole with his first qualifying lap, but on the second lap wrecked his race car, so he has to start at the back of the field in a backup car today. But Ryan, you did get a full day of practice in that backup car, so how was it, and can it come from the back and win this race today maybe?
Yeah, we were a little tentative after crashing the primary there in qualifying. It's not to tear up the backup car, which we tested here, and it was pretty good. It's a really old chassis with a new body on it, and it was, I think, third quick in the first practice and ninth in the second. So I think we got a good shot at, for sure, having a top 10 race car. It's just a matter of getting it up there. The all-told Dodge was definitely pretty good.
Well, here's a little piece of good news. 7 times in his career, he started at the back of the field in a backup car. His average finish in those races, 7.4. Bill?
Thanks, Marty. We'll start in the daylight and finish under the Sunday night lights in Texas. That's the first lap. Here's what's coming up on the Bank of America Countdown to Green. Greg Biffle has 5 victories this season, including 1 right here in Texas. He's 3rd in the points, a tough competitor on the track, a poker-playing buddy of Tony Stewart, and he might be the guy holding all the cards when the checkered flag falls at Homestead. Mark Martin and Matt Kenseth finished outside the top 15 here in April. If that happens today, they'll be out of the chase. And Wally Donoback gets a few tips from somebody who knows how important the pole position really is. All ahead on the Bank of America Countdown to Green.
Bank of America Countdown to Green. Brought to you by Bank of America. Higher standards. By Prestone. When it comes to antifreeze, just get Prestone in the yellow jug. Prestone protection. Easy to choose, easy to use. And by Suzuki, maker of performance-driven motorcycles, scooters, and all-terrain vehicles.
This is the first time the NEXTEL Cup Series has stopped at the Texas Motor Speedway twice in the same season. The series' first race here in April of 1997. There have been 9 different winners at this track. All 9 are in the race today, but one former series champion has never won here, and he's with Allen.
And he would be Jeff Gordon, standing here talking to Jimmy Johnson and Ryan Newman behind the introduction stage. Jeff's last 2 weeks have resulted in a first and second place finish. What's behind the late season surge, and can you keep it rolling?
Well, you know, we just had the opportunity when we didn't make the chase to make some big changes. You know, changes with the car, changes with personnel, and you know, we just need a little bit of a spark, really. And I think some of the tests that we've had in Atlanta and here at Texas definitely, you know, we were able to go in a different direction and try some big things, and they've worked for us. And you know, we hope that it continues to work for the DuPont Chevrolet today. Car obviously was a good qualifying day, and we struggled a little bit there yesterday, so I'm not sure what to expect today, but I think we're going to be decent.
Good luck today. Jeff starts second. Dave?
Dale Earnhardt Jr. finished 4th last week at Atlanta after leading the most laps. Junior, it seems like the enjoyment and the confidence and the performance are all back.
Yeah, we just got to keep working hard. We got a pretty good car this weekend. Not quite as good as last weekend. We were struggling a little bit in practice, but we're build a race, hoping we can get in the top 10, work on the car a little bit, and improve it. There's a lot of fast cars here, and it's going to be a little more challenging today, but really excited about our opportunities.
Junior starts 10th today. Marty?
Well, Dave, Joe Nemechek, also known as Front Row Joe, will have to settle for second row Joe today. You start 4th, but we're starting in some hot and sunny conditions today, and we're going to finish under the lights a little cooler. How will the racetrack change today, Joe?
Well, I think it's definitely going to change. I know the U.S. Army car, you know, we changed rear springs today, and we've got them stacked full of rubbers, so under those pit stops starts getting tight or loose, you can start adjusting that. Looking for a good day. You know, we had a great qualifying run. Wasn't too happy with the car yesterday in race practice, but Ryan and I got together and the engineers and made some good decisions, so hopefully we're going to be spot on.
Joe has a Texas NEXTEL or Busch Series win on the resume. Bill would like to add a NEXTEL Cup win today.
Thanks, Marty. Bill Elliott has been in all 9 races at Texas. His best finish here, 9th. Today he starts 9th. Denny Hamlin has 4 starts this season and 2 top 10 finishes. He'll start 14th and has his ride for next season in NEXTEL Cup. Next, championship contender Greg Biffle, the pride of Vancouver, Washington, when the Bank of America Countdown to Green continues.